had to catch this energy because I heard from spirit like there's somebody here, and I don't know how metaphorical it is. I never do, so I'm gonna just give you the energy. But it's like somebody's life or their job or their situation is like a trap. They're operating it like a trap. That's like slang for uh like a, I don't know. It used to be like the crack house or a drug house or something like that. Like it's where it's pretty much nothing but people selling. It's just transactions, okay? Just transactions. And the goal typically is to get out of the situation that you're in of whatever scarcity. So, it's like an easy route to possibly get in the finances you need to survive. Okay, to live. And for some, it's bigger than that because they're already surviving. They just chose to trap it out because it would be a benefit to help them get to their goal of maybe like leveling up financially, not just enough, but having more than enough. And this was the best route to do it, or the quickest route, because it's also about fast money. But you know what's funny is that whoever this person is, they really serious. So there are some traps, and those are the ones where they be having hoes and parties, and pretty much it looks like a drug house. It looks like a trap. Like it's no organization to it. People are too loud. They draw too much attention. And again, it's like a party house. People is up in there that ain't part of the business. Okay. And now those are the ones that get their doors kicked in. They get raided very often. They get shut down quickly. As quick as they pop up, they shut down. And they're not really making no money for real. So it's like, it's just for show. It's just for something. It's better for them than working at McDonald's, okay? And no shade to somebody that chooses to work at McDonald's, but that's what I'm saying is like these are individuals who would rather not take that route, even though they probably are making more money at McDonald's, or they would, than they do. Like they would make more money at any job where they was not smoking up the money that they was literally making in that moment, or they weren't eating up the money or tricking out the money as soon as it was coming in. But this is like one of those situations where it's really like a you would consider them to be like a drug pen. It's built like a corporation. It's professional. There, are checks and balances. There are people from corporate that come down to make sure that operations are smooth. It's like mob kind of mentality. So it's still a trap. It's a means to an end. It comes from a desire to get to a certain financial level quickly. Okay, but somebody's operation ain't none of that. That's what I was hearing. Like ain't no hoes, ain't gonna be no eye candy, ain't no ain't no hanging out and we getting drunk and we smoking up the money that we bringing in just as quick as we making it is gone again. No, somebody is like running their shit like for real, legit. And it's all about business, and it's kind of like all work all the time. So I don't know what this reading is going to be, if it's people complaining or if this is just like one of those reads that kind of pat somebody on the back for the way that they're handling something. Yeah, I don't know. It could be metaphorical, so take it however it resonates. Welcome to energy. Everything is entertainment, so trust your intuition over mine. And yeah, let's get into this energy. All praise to the Most High. The Knight of Wands, that's a card of being brave, courageous, and literally running, chasing after, going after something that they feel like they lost. So this could be someone who has regret about certain decisions and where they invested And so their desire is to get out of this situation quickly. Also, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, there could be confusion surrounding this individual and what they're going through. So this person could actually, it could be, the bag, get into the bag doesn't always have to be literal money. It's whatever your desires are, what you lust for, what you want, what you can continue to ask the universe for. It's your vision. It's the end game. It's the goal. So there's some kind of illusion, or there's some kind of lie that was surrounding this person, or they could just been deceiving themselves. This could be like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Scorpio, a Sagittarius possibly, that under some kind of illusion to like what they value or what they were doing something for. Like someone feels like they lost sight of what they were doing something for. Oh yeah, because we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This person, like whatever they chose to do, however they chose to move, there's regrets now. They feel like their actions were reckless, superficial. It caused delays for them. They feel like they were being cocky, and they were just like restless. Like they may actually feel like something was a lot better, but they got frustrated. And they also didn't say anything about it. And then they did not control how their frustration was triggering them. So this person moved or operated pretty much like reacting to something instead of moving in their authenticity and truth. And then they were like waiting for someone else to move in their authenticity and truth, and it just never happened. So this person moved too fast. Like they were waiting for something, but they got impatient. That's really what that boils down to. So someone's impatience is what got them in this trap. What's the Five of Cups? The Fool. I said they were trying to get to something quicker. Somebody felt like I can do it better by myself, or I can get there quicker if I don't have you, or whatever. So they felt like leaving you behind would be the way that they would be able to get to the bag quicker. Like they felt like they could get there quicker without you. That's what I was talking about. I just look at it in terms of men. I grew up in Detroit, so typically the guy who is like, oh, can you come by or whatever, I got some weed, I'll give you some weed, I'll buy you a drink, and or I'll get you something to eat or whatever, pull up on me. Okay, they in the trap, they ain't making no money for real. So if you there, have a good time, couple laughs, okay, get your ass the fuck on. It ain't safe. There ain't no loyalty in that motherfucker. Ain't nobody of good quality in that motherfucker. Now mentally, they're toxic. They're chasing after pretty much a pipe dream, because the way that they're handling things and doing things ain't gonna get them where they're trying to be. They're like, you might as well say it's like boys. They're kids, or little girls. You know what I'm saying? They're kids. The real one is the one that barely has the time for you. Like when you don't even know that he has traps. And I'm saying he probably has traps. He may be in one, but mostly he runs it, and you probably won't know nothing about it. And what you see on the outside and the way that he moves, this person operates like above the board, above the table, beyond reproach. Like it's somebody who literally is probably asking you out on dates, or they're just cash apping you, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, what you do today, what you eat today, and sending you that, or go get yourself something, go get your nails done, that type of time. And most, I don't know, but anyway, I was gonna say, anyway, let me keep going. So we have the Fool in reverse. So there's a person here who chose to operate and do things the way that they are, and even though it's not the decision they wanted to make, they implemented self-discipline to do it. Like they strategically chose to operate this way. That's the person I was talking about that's serious. Okay, this trap, the way they run in this trap, or they operate their business, they operate their life, their home, their household, their family, whatever the fuck it is, I don't care what it is, this person is about fucking business. And they made like a decision that really I'm not going to say it's to fully to their benefit, but for what they were prioritizing or the way that they see things playing out, this was the best route. Okay. So they do have regret, but it's probably just because of what they feel like they're leaving behind. And there's always a chance that what they left behind won't be there because they're creating an illusion. They're creating or casting an illusion or a lie for this individual that, I don't have the time. I'm not interested. My mind is on other things. And somebody could, and pretty much interpret that as, oh, okay, so you chasing after something else or someone else. So they know all of what they're pretty much putting on the line. And it's the same thing that somebody else did, but the way that they did it was just reckless and superficial as hell, and they actually regret their decision. This person failed to show love, and this person is about love. That's what I was talking about. The difference between the corner dope man and, I don't know, but whoever this boss is. And it could be money, it could be love. I don't know what they're cooking up. I don't know what they're cooking up. I don't know what they're chasing after. They could be chasing a tail. They could be chasing a well or a fountain of money, a fountain of youth. I don't know. But if this is your scenario, you know exactly what I mean. Because it's like two different people and they're in two different situations, two different situations that are kind of reading the same. But the reason why they got there and where their vision was and how they feel about it now is very different. Yeah, see, this person could be a little confused because they could be going back and forth at this time. Pretty much they're going through the same emotions and that this person is going through, but whoever this person is, they still intend to move untrustworthy. That's why I was saying it's no loyalty. It's like scarcity, but because they don't even have their basic needs. These people that's in this upper realm, you know what I was talking about, like they really serious about this and they operate like a business. They have homes, they have cars, they have, like, their kids have clothes, their kids have toys and shoes, and their life is stabilized. It's like they're part of this organization. Think Ghost. It's the difference between Ghost and, like, I don't know, a trap with the other one, 50 Cent, the one he played. Okay, when he was doing his little thing, it's like he was kind of operating the same, but he was like a branch off of, Ghost. And I don't know, but it wasn't quite as above board, or it wasn't quite as diplomatic as Ghost situation was. So something like that. So this person here, like I said, there's no loyalty. They in survival mode. You think they got your back, they'll cut you off or ghost you, lie on you, sell, trade, what do you call that? Trade secrets, or turn you in, turn on you, betray you, snitch on you to save their ass any second they get a chance. So this person, I feel, is just manipulative, and they're trying to get people into their operation, but it don't even sound good. This situation, even though it gives question, you're questioning this person the same as this individual. Maybe you have a choice or something. This is not a choice. This is not a choice, but both individuals are coming up. Why? Because the Queen of Swords in reverse, because there's an illusion surrounding this person. The ghost isn't trying to be seen. They know what they're doing and how they're doing it. If they wanted to be seen, they would be seen. If they wanted you to know what the fuck they were really doing and what their plans were and where they were going, where they were headed, what their end game was, what they were chasing after, how they were doing it. If they wanted you in the know, you would know. So the confusion is likely on purpose. But the confusion is giving an illusion that this person could basically be the same as this. And they probably are okay with you confusing the two or thinking that they are just like this. In fact, they may prefer that. They're not trying to be on anybody's radar. And whoever you are, specifically not you right now. Because whoever this person is, it would be like Like Ghost, when he was with that other, who was it? She was like a FBI cop or something like that. It's like he didn't really want her to know that he was still dabbling in that stuff because he was really trying to get out of that life. He was trying to gear and change things. He was trying to turn over a new leaf. And he really didn't want her to know that he had got caught up in something where he had no choice but to kind of resort or go back to what he used to do. He didn't want her to see that. He didn't want her to know that. And he really didn't want her to be a part of it because it put her in a particular situation where she was conflicted. So I'm just saying like his motives, So it's a little different. But at the same time, he didn't want the FBI to know, not just because he was hoping that at some point they would have their connection and it wouldn't be tainted by his situation or what he got himself into, but also because she's FBI. And at the end of the day, I think she pretty much told him like she chooses her job or something like that. Like she could not get wrapped up in something. So he just, he really didn't have anybody he could trust. He trusted himself. And he wasn't trying to be on the radar or like be codependent on anybody. He was doing his own thing. But somebody's getting tired. Okay, he's getting tired of doing his own thing, or just maybe tired of being depleted emotionally. So this could be someone that actually has love for you. And you might think that they're chasing tail. It's the Knight of Wands. You might think that their passion or their desires for someone else. I think this person is about business. I think they're focused on finances and building. Whoever this is, I don't know what lie they're selling you, but they ain't focused on shit that has anything to do with the truth. The Fool in reverse says they may be recklessly or hopelessly or blindly falling in love with you, but that ain't even their truth. This person is not really about love, and they're not really about getting to the bag either. Knight of Wands is in reverse. A lack of energy. On a destructive course, making reckless decisions. Their emotions are turbulent. They're manipulative. And this is the Four of Wands in reverse. It's the exact opposite. They are not serious about business. They are not serious about money or building or stability. This is definitely not a happy environment. I say that this situation may likely not be either. But I would say that this is at least this is like a sacrifice with a good cause. Like they're actually working towards, they're probably going to reach their goal. Casualties, maybe. Are they going to take some L's? Probably. Miss out on some opportunities? Likely. But this person is actually goal oriented and they're willing to pretty much keep themselves from doing the things that they really want to do for real in order to maintain or get get this accomplished. Whereas this person, what is all of this for? Because they're not committed to anything. They're not trying to build anything. This is somebody, I'm telling you, like, work all day or every day of the week and still nothing to show for it ever. Or every time you talk to them, they trying to hold 20. Okay. I think that's about it on this energy. It was a lot funner when it came in as a download. It's a little draining, the actual reading, and I think it's that Five of Cups when it came out. So whoever this person is, they are kind of regretting choosing business over you if that is your situation. Like, they may feel that it would be better with you. Like, you could have actually been you could actually be somebody that adds confidence, motivation, and you assist when this person feels overwhelmed. So you're their piece. Like, they would like to build with you, but they probably have the mentality of being someone who could just come to you already built. It's so similar to Ghost because his wife is like, that's who he built with. but she also started off with him when he was about that life, and his changeover she was not quite so for. She couldn't see his vision. So that's where they started to, I mean, besides the infidelities or whatnot, I didn't watch all of it, so I really don't clock me on all of the parts that I'm getting wrong. But I'm just reading the energy and trying to channel how to explain it. But like with that situation, I just know that that pretty much came from having someone you felt like you could trust, because you knew each other for a long time, you had longevity, and at that point in time both of them were trying to survive and they were building together. But once they got there and he was clear about wanting to change routes and do things differently, she really wasn't on board. And maybe that was something they talked about before, but as their lives and they grew and changed, it's like they grew apart. So with that cop girl, it just kind of seemed like he was lying and hiding because he really wanted her to see him, and he really wanted to show up as and be that person that he saw visually, who wasn't in the life. They had already got out of that. I feel like that's who he felt like he was with her, and that's who he wanted to be. It was his goal. He just wasn't there yet. And so things got complicated because he kept running back and going back to the person that he could build with without feeling like he wasn't filling these shoes that he had already bought, but he wasn't ready to walk in yet. Something like that is what I'm getting from them. But they feel defeated right now. So that's where there's an energy leakage here. That's where their energy is leaking out because they're regretting. And you don't have to regret. You can accept and keep going so that it's not for nothing. Or you can accept, recalibrate, or rethink it, rework it, and make a better decision that still gets you to your goal, but also, makes you feel emotionally fulfilled or whole. Or the things that this person feels like they're being exhausted by. Something is attacking their confidence, something is attacking their vision, their clarity, their motivation, and they feel like they're handling everything on their own. So maybe a friend or a lover, someone who cares, someone who can be there, is exactly what they need. So this could be a boss and they're about their business, but they're bleeding out all over the fucking place. So, yeah, don't fuck it up because somebody is actually doing the right thing, or they're actually going to get there. Their intentions are right, and, they have the vision. They have I don't know, I feel like they have the follow through, but this person is willing to follow through and reach that goal, even if it destroys their soul, their whole heart and soul. So... and this person is doing that, but they don't care. They don't value heart, soul. They don't even value money, really. I don't know what this person values down here. All right, we have swept up, head over heels, falling in love, and intense emotions. So for some of you, this is what a situation is. It's about love. It's about chemistry, connection, and someone wants to come towards you, and someone else could be running from you, running from what you see. And someone wants to be seen by you. They could actually be racing towards you. Like racing towards this version of them that can just be with you. Okay? With swept up, head over heels, intense emotions. Some of you are dealing with a hustler for real. Like you could, yeah, literally. And this person is very prideful. This is a very masculine man. They're used to being alpha. Okay, whether they are a blue collar, white collar, or an entrepreneur, a hustler, I don't care what they do, whatever, way they get their money or get their living. This is someone who plays a role. Like this is I would consider them to be a real man because I grew up on the Bible and how men should operate. The expectations. They protect and they provide. Of course, that's not all the things, but basically the man protects and provides. Now, if he's a dad and he's a, your husband and all of these other things, then yes, there are other expectations that you bring to the table as a father that naturally is going to put his heart in there. But even if he was with a woman, it could be to build with her, it could be to create with her, and it could just be a literal contract that I've got your back, I'll do these things, you do these things for me. We complement each other, we work together, we're partners in life. The other things, the love and all of that, I mean, we do have head over heels, falling in love, intense emotion. So this may be a boss that's very balanced, okay? Like, they're a total package if that's the case. But whoever this is, that's definitely what it is that this person is used to maintaining a certain role. They pay the cost to be the boss. That's what I want to say. The reason that they're the alpha male, the reason that they would take the leadership role, the reason why their woman would be in submission to them, or how they want things to go, or how they want things to play out, is because they pay the cost. They make the sacrifices. They do the hard work. They put in the effort. They put in the consistency. They put in the time. And they got the dime. They pay the cost to be the boss in their relationships. So that's pretty much what's going on here. I would say with this individual, this is likely what they want, but they do it through manipulative means, which could mean with the Fool in reverse that this is someone who takes reckless. They take advantage of maybe like desperation. So this is someone who could be desperate for stability, and they'll give someone, all the love and all the, I don't know, the Fool in reverse, just all the vibes. Even like they'll chase you, they'll make you feel really special here with the Knight of Wands in reverse. They're toxic because they're always pushing love, but it's not really love, it's just lust. And there's no, they're untrustworthy. King of Cups in reverse literally says untrustworthy. Full of lust but no loyalty, and they'll use love to manipulate you right into doing, like, pretty much doing their role. You could be a female and you like to play a feminine role in your connection, and this person could charm you right the fuck out of your femininity till they're sitting around, laid up with their feet up like a princess, and you're the one that's, working your ass to the bone. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. Like, this person, they hustle the fuck out of you. So, yeah. Pretty much looks like clear. You should know which one. Yep. But you're going to have to get your feelings out of the way. If you're confused, it's because you're in your feelings and in your emotions. And that is really how you end up attracting this person. If this is somebody from your past, you end up attracting them back, or you end up attracting that same energy and a new person because it's activated within you. And that's because you're falling into the feelings. See, stop texting and talking so much with each other before the date. Because y'all falling head over heels in love, and it's like pretty much you just getting catfished. Because when they show up, it ain't none of that shit. Like, the reality is none of that shit. And you would end up passing up on somebody that could actually, like I said, this is a boss. They're going to pay the cost. They're going to be the person that you actually want them to be. But this would take more patience. This would be like an investment in longevity. It don't matter how long it takes. This is someone you're there for. You have loyalty to, you care about, and you know how to protect yourself from giving too much and becoming exhausted, like you're depleted, because you can't chase this person either. That's going to hurt you too. You have to be able to let this person go and just trust and know that if they love you, they'll be back. And if they want to be your man, they literally will come back when they can, and they will be that for you. But if you're looking for something that's flighty or superficial, I still would not choose this person. I would rather stay out of my fucking feelings and be able to attract someone who was practical. Because if you keep giving your heart away to somebody who's going to use that, turn around and use that to manipulate you, you're never going to get out of that trap. Because each and every person that comes after this one is going to be the same, because you still have that activated. It comes from well, maybe not depression, but desperation. That's the word. I used it before. But yeah, that's what pushes reckless action. It's desperation. It's like impatience with having to wait for what you really want. So you're willing to settle for what appears or feels like what you want, but it's really not what you want. And what that person becomes is a placeholder. And then a lot of times you can't get around that placeholder. And then you're in the frame of mind that all of them are like that. So even when you get out of this situation or when you're trying to move on, you just keep attracting different bodies, but the same energy in a new body. So it don't matter how much different they look, you can have a whole level up. But if that person is still operating and feeding off of the same things, and you're still operating and feeding off of the same things, then you're not going to get the change. You're not going to see the change you want in your life. So I feel like this could be for you. You may have a level up here to do, which could require you to get control of your emotions and feelings. Especially, this is somebody who could love the fuck out of you, meaning like, and if they hitting the ground running, like if this is, first off, it's going to be different. If you're dealing with like a white collar, blue collar, they stuck in the office all day or something like that, you probably not going to get all those vibes. Okay, they in their mind, they in their head. The energy line is dead at that point because they just stuck in their head the whole time. If you're dealing with somebody that's like an entrepreneur, a contracted worker, they have their own business or something like that, or a hustler, that person is working and operating through freedom. They're doing things when they want to. They're moving to the beat of their own drum. They're going after it. It's a lot of adrenaline pumping. It's a lot of motivation and desire. It's like they're chasing. That's what men love. That's when they're actually at their peak of authenticity. Like true masculine men who feel good in their masculinity. That is what they thrive after. Even us, or thrive under, even us as women, it's our masculine energy that bad bitch, or I'm out here, I'm about to go get it, or when we go and get the bag, that's really us. Like, that's our man. We being men. That's the masculine energy. It makes you a bad bitch. Like, you really get it. You really her. Because you're all the things. You're full. You're whole. You're not just that femininity, the sweet, the, tender, the nurturing, and you look good and all of that. But you can get to the bag. You can put in the work. You can do the heavy lifting. So, and you can get a high off of that. So anyway, I'm getting like this person, if that's who you're dealing with, you're going to be feeling they waves all day long. Because they're actually like, it's almost like they're out in the wild doing what they really want to do. Even if they would rather have a little time to relax and spend with you. It's just the energy. It's the vibes. So you may be getting a lot of vibes, but you need to, you need to temper that with the reality of what the current truth may be. So don't go into no honeymoon energy if that nigga ain't giving you honeymoon energy. If he ain't taking you out on dates, he ain't taking you, you're not going on no plane, you're not taking a little vacation, you don't have a nice weekend with this person, y'all not cuddled up, at least once a week or whenever he's in town. If it's not going down like that, this is a trap for you. It's a trap for you, and you have to get out of it. Because their heart is going boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, baby, all goddamn day. But it's because they're chasing. And for some of you, you don't even know what they're chasing. If it's not money, they could just be chasing tail. And here you are falling in love and all in love and in the sky and all of this. And this person whole time is being a full out asshole. Just taking in all of your energy. Maybe a little sick and sad that they missed out on the opportunity with you, but fuck it. Look at me. Like this person, they in love with themselves. They cocky and they can pretty much get any female they want and leave them, the next day, and they would be okay with that. So that could be what they're doing too. And if you don't know, or if you're confused, or if you're not, there should be no question. If this person's attention and all of this love and masculine energy, if all of this is for you and is coming towards you, then you would have some kind of, like, you would feel safe. That's what I'm going to say. You would feel safe. So if you don't feel safe, there's a reason why. And you need to listen to that. That's in any situation, but sometimes we tend to give people too much of a benefit of the doubt. If there's too much room for doubt, you could probably do without. Let's put it there, okay? Because, I mean, even this person, as focused and as driven and as wise as they are, like I said, they could be a business person. It's just the way that they're operating their life. They could operate your situation equally as competently. So if there's way too much room for doubt, you're really not getting enough confirmation, and you can't get more information, I'm going to tell you, I would just do without that situation as much as I could. I would set up boundaries for myself, so that you, like, don't get exhausted. You can't help who you love, and we do have swept up. So maybe you already put too much in here. You invested too much, or your heart's already in it. So it's going to take time, you know. And by that time, they could self-actualize. They could be ready. Or you may have the time to heal and detach and get something that's real and ready for you, that works better for you, that actually works for you. Like, you know, this person is working for themselves. They're really focused on self. So they could be just as much, when we're talking about emotionally, this person could be just as much as a risk as this past person, or this energy that I was talking about that's just straight up toxic. This situation could be toxic for you too. Mentally and emotionally, it could be draining. So it's toxic. Even if it gives all the good feels, and even if, you know, they sexy. Because this machismo card means that you really like what the outside is giving, or you like their ego, you like their status, you like the person that they seem to be, you like the idea of them, and you may like their potential a lot too. But depending on how much of that is true, and how much, like I said, how much room for doubt you have about their truth, you might be better without. Okay, last part on this situation, because we had 35 minutes. Recalling memories, missing someone, and reminiscing. So yeah, it's some nostalgia energy going on. I'm not sure right now, but it's probably Mercury retrograde. So you got people tiptoeing around your energy. That means, you know, sneaking around, trying to get in your energy and get you to pretty much stay hooked on them at this time, because that's what they're reminiscing about, what they've missed out on, what opportunities, you know, how they should have did things differently. So that's the energy. But if they're not doing nothing differently, then you need to keep moving and operating like you are currently. Okay, well, I'm going to say whatever is working. If you have already detached and that's what's working for you, I would continue that, even if you're getting all this nostalgia and all of this, you know, the music and all that, blah, blah, blah. Keep doing what you're doing. It's going to be a lot of readings talking about their hearts and what they want to do and all of that. I'm telling you from experience, pay attention to what they actually do in reality, because they will beat your door down energetically. But in real life, a lot of them ain't. I'm telling you, it's that illusion. Just like you don't know which one is really, that's how you know. Their results will show. That's how you know. The results will show. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. You got two of them, and they say they hustling and they trapping, and I told you about the one that, you know, oh yeah, you can come to the house, they can see you every day, you can spend the whole day sitting up in the trap with this man, trying to make you think he a working man, and he really out here getting it, riding around, and he getting it whole time, he ain't doing shit, and don't really intend to, just trying to get a little bit, chill a little bit, and have somebody to take up his time. That other one, they could be very serious about getting to that money, and you could be feeling the vibes, but you will not really know whether that person is serious about you, like they are their money, or just serious about you, period, until they actually make a move, until they actually do something. So pretty much you might as well put them in the same category as the other one until they self-actualize. All right, you guys, I'm gonna leave this reading here and leave the energy here because ain't nobody got time for none of that. I don't like no trickery. I don't like no buffoonery. Spirit tricked me into that reading because I thought that it was about to be something different. But maybe for some of you, you're really seeing how your person is so different from what we just read. Like maybe you're having a space of gratitude, and if that's the case, I love it because at least I know it's out here and that keeps hope alive. Okay, so whatever, you know best, trust your intuition, make the right decisions. I wish you all the best. I just thought that reading was about to be about somebody. Woo, baby. They was on their business, they was taking care of business, and that they love you too, and it was about to tell us what they about to do. But it looked like y'all ain't talking about nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. Okay, it look like a bunch of bullshit is what it looked like. I don't give a fuck what. When it came to the love on the table, bullshit for both of them. Ain't nothing popping for real. But the feels. And that's one thing, but it ain't really doing nothing in reality when it comes down to the physicality of things and having something that you could really stand on or rely on. Even as a friend. So yeah, no. I'm not. I am just the messenger, and I do not endorse this message. All right, y'all. We'll see you in the next live. Bye. Wait. I endorse the message because I gave my opinion on this one. I do not endorse this energy. That looked like fuckery. All right. Now, bye.